sell out. They've done a really good job here. Coach Gates has done a great job kind of reinvigorating the program, the fan base. They play an exciting style. People came to watch it. They were fortunate they couldn't make a three tonight. Certainly helped our defense out, them not being able to make shots. But I thought they didn't quit. They scrapped. They played hard. Give our guys a lot of credit because I thought we played hard for the majority of the game and, took care of the ball. Big point of emphasis coming in. Missouri's number one in the country in turnover rate on defense. So we had 11 turnovers in the game. And if you look like Mark Sears, Brandon Miller, 33 minutes plus, each, almost played 70 minutes combined, only had one turnover between the two of them. I think it was Brandon's there at the end of the first half. So our guys have been doing what we're asking them to do for the most part. I thought we could have done a little better job on the glass. So again, you got to give Missouri a ton of credit. Without Kobe Brown, they didn't really get killed on the glass as much as I thought we could have done to them. They got too many old boards there in the second half, but the way they play, you kind of got to play smaller. Clowney got a lot of minutes at the 5. Charles didn't play as much. Charles one of our better rebounders. So, but it's a tough road game. Road games aren't easy to come by. Crowd was great. So give our guys a lot of credit for playing as hard as they did on the road.
Start on Zoom with Nick Kelly.
Yeah, Nate, Mark started a little bit slow shooting wise, but then he kept pushing through that and did well for you guys. What about his mindset helps him succeed in terms of his scrappiness?
Yeah, he had 8 rebounds tonight. He ended up winning the hard hat deal with the blue collar. So he played real. Hey, my fault. He almost did. Stretch ended up getting it. Stretch had 14 rebounds, but I thought he was tough. He didn't shoot it particularly well tonight, but still played hard. He was a plus 35 when he was in the game. For us to win by 21 and we're plus 35 when he's in, obviously he's making an impact outside of just making threes. So that's what I talked to him about. I thought the Vanderbilt game, the 2 early fouls kind of put him in a little bit of a passive mindset. You can't play that way. He had 2 fouls in the first 3 minutes. He finished the game with 2 fouls. Like I said, you got to stay aggressive whether you get fouls or not. I'm not a coach that's going to sit guys with 2 fouls. Analytically, it makes no sense. You're going to play the amount of minutes you play and pick up fouls when you pick up fouls. So I'm not going to sit you with 2. We pulled him out for a little bit, put him right back in. I thought he was passive, though, at Vanderbilt, and I thought tonight he stayed super aggressive, got into it on defense, attacked the rim. He always shoots free throws really well. He went 8 of 9 at the line and found different ways to score outside of just making threes.
Joey Blackwell.
Hey, Coach, after the week y'all have had, how proud of you are you of the guys and just the resiliency they've shown through this week to get 2 wins on the road?
Yeah, really proud. A lot of mentally tough guys that are able to focus on what they need to focus on, and still have compassion for the whole situation, to be honest with you. So I think our guys are, even before the game, we kind of gathered together. Noah Gurley leads the team in a prayer, prayed for the people involved in the situation and prayed for us to, be able to focus. And I thought they did a good job. So I think our leadership's good. Noah Gurley has been great. Quinterly's been good for us this year in that way. Got guys like Brandon and Sears and all of them go down the list. Jaden Bradley was really locked in. I think guys are able to kind of control what you can control, focus on what you can focus on, and they've been focusing on what they need to.
In person, in the front.
Nate, with that situation, appropriate in the student section over there?
Yeah, there was, but I don't need to address it. They got him out of there. So it was, for the most part, look, Coach Gates is great. The administration here is great. Sometimes college students don't understand the severity of things, but for the most part, it was fine.
Tony?
Yeah, Nate, what did you see from Noah Clowney? Obviously, he was able to do some damage with Kobe out of the game, but was this the best you've ever seen him in an Alabama uniform?
Probably his best numbers at 17 and 14. He's had some pretty good games, though. He's obviously shot threes for us at a high clip before. He's played really well for us. There's a reason he's, playing as many minutes as he's been playing this year. He missed a few at the rims that I thought he normally would have made or could have made, but he's playing heavy minutes, probably got a little tired, was chasing guards around out there with us switching so much stuff. So, I thought he did a decent job at the free throw line. He's been struggling with the line a little bit, even though I think in high school he was a great free throw shooter. So, going 5 of 7 at the line, having 17 and 14 is a pretty good night for him.
Austin.
Yeah, Coach. Brandon scored 15, but we've gotten so used to seeing him kind of have crazy performances night in, night out. When he's not always, on his game on offense, what does it mean that your team can still win by 21 points on the road against the Missouri team?
Yeah, I think it showed our depth. We got different guys step up. Rylan Griffin steps up and makes 3 threes when we needed, hit the big one in the second half, and they were starting to get uncomfortably close, in my opinion. And Rylan hits the big 3 and kind of opens it back up. But Sears, Brandon didn't score. I mean, say Brandon didn't score a ton. I mean, he still ends up with 15 points. That's pretty good for most guys. But yeah, below his average. Sears doesn't shoot it well, and he's been shooting almost 40% on the year, and we still are able to score 85 points. So Quinterly, Rylan Griffin, Noah Clowney, we got different guys stepping up. Thought Jaden Bradley did a pretty good job, especially distributing the ball in the second half, finding guys. So we've got different guys stepping up on different nights.
In person.
Dave, things got lopsided there. I say most of these kind of things to help fill in for who's absent. This is the most he's played this season. What's your impression on what he could do in this league if he's able to kind of build on?
Yeah, so we anticipate, once we heard Kobe wasn't going to play, we as a staff said, like, Mosley's going to try to really be super aggressive tonight. And we knew him, even before he got here. Our coaches had a pretty good feel on what he could do. I mean, he's an aggressive scorer with the way that the system's perfect for him. I mean, the floor spaced. He's a guy that can shoot it, go off the dribble. I think the more reps he gets, he didn't from 3, but with the floor space, the way they space it, when he went 8 and 9 from 2, I mean, it's pretty impressive shooting, to be honest with you. So we didn't do a very good job. I did think we forced him into some tough threes, and he's a guy that's going to be aggressive. He's going to take some tough shots, but he can make tough shots too. So I don't see him in practice, but I know he's an aggressive player. So I think he can give them another scoring option outside of just Kobe, and they'll have to they do a great job on offense here. I mean, at one point they were number 1 in the country in offensive efficiency, and they were ahead of us. And today, I don't know where it all stands now. But he's definitely another weapon. I'm sure they'll figure out how to use the 2 of those guys pretty well together.
2 more, Mason.
Coach, not only was this the first game Rylan Griffin made 3 threes in a single game, he's also made 2 or more in 3 consecutive games. What is it like kind of seeing his play kind of progress and get more comfortable, especially during SEC play?
He's a freshman that's coming along. He's getting more and more comfortable. We need him to get better on defense, but offensively, he's starting to get his confidence back. I mean, he really shot it well all summer, and I think he's figuring out where his shot's going to come. He's getting his feet set. He's spending time in the gym. I expect him to go in when he takes them, and shooting was 3 of 6 tonight. So, if we can keep getting him 6-day looks, I think he can go 3 of 6, 3 of 7, 4 of 8 or something like that. Cause I think he can really shoot it. I think he's going to be good in our system moving forward too.
Last one, Charlie.
Yeah, Coach, we saw Namari get in the game. I know he only played about 5 minutes, but just how good was that? And how have you seen him kind of come along this week?
You know what? I didn't anticipate him being able to play, but he practiced Thursday and he looked decent. And we took the x-ray, sent it into the surgeon, got feedback. I think we made a decision. I think he practiced again Friday to see how it'd feel. And then we did the shoot around just to make sure everything was still good and made a decision that he could play. I didn't anticipate him being great after being out as long as he did, but I wanted to get him some minutes. We got him a little bit. I mean, he wasn't supposed to be back for at least another week. So to me, any minutes we can get him right now, he's going to play hard. He's going to be great on defense. He got the one layup. This was a decent game to get him going. We got out in transition a little bit, but I anticipate him getting back pretty quick. I mean, he's a hard playing kid that it's going to be great for us on defense. He makes open shots. He's going to be another guy where if Sears or Brandon are struggling, he can make open shots, kind of like Rylan did for us tonight.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
All right. Thanks.